welcome to today's video. I'm Kaylee, and today we're going to be making a few of my favorite salads. I did make these back in August, but there's still a little bit of warm weather left, so I thought I would share this video. I'm getting a little bit more barbecuing in, even though it is starting to cool down. You don't have to barbecue your chicken. You can do it in the oven or air fry or whatever, but I always like the taste of barbecued chicken. And don't do what I did here and spray your chicken and season it while on the barbecue. A little bit dangerous. I meant to do it before and I forgot, so I ended up doing it on the barbecue, and when there was the big flames I realized that that wasn't the smartest idea. But anyways, I'm doing 2 chicken breasts here, and I put some chili lime seasoning on one of the chicken, and that's the one that we're going to use for this first recipe, which is a mango chipotle salad. The other chicken we're going to use for the next one, which is a grilled Caesar salad. So you want to start off with your bed of greens, and I'm using spinach and arugula. If you watch my other cooking videos, you know that that's normally what I use for salads, but feel free to use romaine or any type of lettuce that you like. What it is, but I have the hardest time cutting mangoes. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better. Let me know what you think of my technique. I still feel like I struggle, but as long as you get them into little bite-sized pieces, that's all that really matters. And then for the chicken, I barbecued it at 400 degrees for about 8 to 9 minutes on each side, and then let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes after. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I was out picking the cilantro. If you're a gardener like me, I am pretty new to gardening, but let me know if you are, because there is just no better feeling than being able to go out your door into your yard and pick fresh herbs, vegetables, or whatever to put in your meals. It is just so gratifying and satisfying to do, and I don't know, I think it makes the dish taste that much better. I love this brand of dressing called Mother Raw. It's organic and has really clean ingredients. It's just like apple cider vinegar, olive oil, water, sweetened with some coconut sugar. It's got hemp seeds, some spices, but all really clean ingredients, which is really important to look for in your dressings. Often too, dressings are really high in sugar, so make sure you're looking at the nutrition facts and the ingredients. The Mother Raw brand I get from Save On Foods, but I'm sure that it'd be available in other grocery stores too. up is the grilled Caesar salad. This one was so delicious. I had never made it before, but I had heard about it, and just grilling the lettuce, grilling the chicken and everything, having that flavor really makes the salad amazing. First, I'm just making some homemade bacon bits. You could also just buy them, but super easy, super fast. Throw them in the air fryer for about 14 minutes at 390, and I flip them halfway through, and then I'm just putting them on some paper towel to absorb some of the excess grease. I'm using a whole head of romaine lettuce for this recipe. I removed any old leaves and cut off the end of it. I'm slicing it in half lengthwise, and then on that flat cut side, I applied a little bit of avocado oil, salt, and pepper, putting it on the barbecue at 400 degrees, and gonna cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes each side. Just give it a check. You're just looking for those nice charred grill marks. Shown this cheese in other cooking videos. I use it in everything. It's called Lupa, L-U-P-A. I get it at Save On Foods, but I'm sure you can find it at other grocery stores too. And it's Pecorino Romano cheese. It's made from sheep's milk. So if you're lactose tolerant like me, it's usually the cow's milk that bothers me, but like goat's milk, sheep's milks, those don't bother me at all. So I use this cheese all the time in place of Parmesan. pesto. It's probably one of my favorite things. So if you're anything like me, then you will definitely like this recipe. I thought that pearl couscous would actually go really well with it. Regular quinoa was really good too, but I don't know. I think like a pasta or a pearl couscous would be really good. Also, if you decide to leave out the cucumber, you could serve this salad hot or cold. I think I might try it hot next time. But anyways, we're starting out by cooking our quinoa. I put 1.5 cups in 2.5 cups of water, brought it to a boil, and then we're letting it reduce and simmer for about 15 minutes until all the liquid evaporates. And then we're gonna let it sit for 5 and then fluff it with a fork. Skipping the barbecue this time, and I'm just doing my chicken breast in the air fryer. If you haven't done your chicken breast in the air fryer, I highly recommend it. It is so much faster. I'm just doing mine with a little bit of avocado oil, salt and pepper, super simple, at 375 degrees for about 16-17 minutes. Then we're gonna let the chicken rest for at least 5 minutes before we cut it into bite-sized pieces. As I was saying earlier, there's something so gratifying and magical about growing something from a tiny little seed to a sprout to a plant until it forms little red balls of juicy yumminess or leaves that are herbaceous and just make a dish so much tastier. Picking a cucumber off the vine, I love watching the little yellow flowers slowly turn into a full cucumber. Like, it is just mind-blowing. And I really feel so feminine using my feminine energy to grow life. Like, yes, it's a vegetable or a herb, but it's still a form of life. They're still growing, they're still alive, and how cool is that? Look how beautiful my red tomatoes are. Oh, it just makes me so, so happy. Soaking tomatoes in balsamic vinegar is super delicious, and I only soak mine for about 30 minutes. I recommend soaking them longer if you can. Even overnight would be really good. And you could just keep them in your fridge and use them for other recipes too. They go great in any kind of salad, or you could even throw them in a pasta. pesto in a blender, but I would normally make it in a food processor just for a little bit more texture. When you do it in a blender, it's quite pureed, like it kind of turns more into a sauce, but all the flavors were still there and it was super delicious. I also used avocado oil, which is totally fine, but it is traditional to use olive oil, and I feel like it just makes it taste a little bit better. So definitely recommend olive oil if you have it. Also, in a traditional pesto, you would use toasted pine nuts, but you could really use whatever nuts or seeds that you have lying around. I happen to have a bag of roasted pistachios, awesome. I also happen to have a big bag of organic roasted pumpkin seeds. Cool. So I just used a mixture of those. You could use cashews, you could even do like almonds. Play around with it. Feel free to use whatever kind of nuts that you like. All 3 of these recipes were absolutely amazing. I will definitely be making them again. Please let me know in the comments if you make any of them, and we will see you in the next video.